Hi guys, welcome to another video. This is, I think, my second video on my channel. I'm going to be breaking down some tips to grow your hair if you've literally tried everything and your hair is just not growing. So here is like all the steps that I'm going to be sharing with you today. So let's get into it. Okay, so number one, the reason why your hair could not be growing is because you probably don't know your hair type. And no, we're not talking about hair porosity. We're talking about like curly hair, wavy hair, or straight hair. If you have like curly hair and you don't know it, when I know I have curly hair, but I know like I didn't know how to take care of it, and I was wondering why my hair wasn't growing. All I would do after I washed it, I would just wash it, and then that would be it. I would literally just wash it and go. And I tried oils. I tried literally everything to grow my hair, and literally nothing worked. And I thought that it was just me, my hair doesn't grow past this length. But it actually turned out that my hair was damaged. Very, very damaged. In 6th and 5th grade was the time that I really wanted longer hair. I literally tried everything to grow it. Everything. I tried oils. I tried not styling it that much, but no matter what I did, literally nothing worked, and that's true in 6th grade too. Whenever I would put product in my hair, like to scrunch it in, my hair was so thirsty, it needed hydration. So whenever I put product in, that was the only time my hair was hydrated, and I would only do it a couple times. I didn't know that I needed a curly hair routine, and I thought I had wavy hair. At one time, I thought I had straight hair, but it actually also turned out that I wasn't taking care of it properly. Until I found this girl online, Noah Titievsky. I'll link her in the description box down below. She said, if your curly hair dries like this, basically like frizzy, big, and I'm like, oh, that's like what my hair dries like. So I kept listening in. It was like a YouTube short. By the way, this was in the beginning of the year. And she said, you probably don't have a curly hair routine. She said, you probably also have some kind of curly hair. So I kept watching, and she said, here are all the products you should use. And she said, the reason why your curly hair might not be growing is because you don't know how to take care of it. So she broke down all the steps, and I went over to my mom and I said, my mom has curly hair too, by the way. I went over to my mom and I said, how do you get your hair so curly, and how do you get your hair to look like that? She said, it's because I use these products. So I said, okay. And I started using those products. By the way, I'm in 7th grade. This was like in the beginning of the year, I think. I started learning how to take care of my curly hair in October. Yeah, it was in October. Excuse me. My mom took me to this. I used some of my mom's products first, and I scrunched that in after I washed them, and then, like, I guess like a week later, I went, like, after I was that for that whole week I was using those products. So then it was finally time like to go to the store, and my mom and I went to the store. I saw all these products. I think I got Not Your Mother's, and I got a few other things. And so I started using those. I learned how to finger coil. I learned how to do all these things, and my hair started growing longer. I also heard that you need to oil your hair before you wash it. I've been doing that too. Also, before I knew how to take care of my hair, I was dyeing it a lot. And the thing though was, every time my hair would grow, it would break off because it had literally no hydration and it was getting mistreated. So yeah, that too. Now, when you start, this is also another thing, when you start puberty, your hair is gonna go curlier, but it's not gonna go curly if you don't use products. Like some people's curly hair, whether they use products or not, it'll be curly. But I believe my hair is like, you also need to know like what kind of curly your hair is. 1A is pin straight hair. 1B is like straight, almost straight, slightly wavy. Only it's like it's like this wavy. It's like a little bit straight. 1B, I think, is wavy hair. 2C is wavy hair. 2A is wavy hair. 2B is wavy hair. Then 3C, 3A, and 3B are curly hair. 4C, 4A, and 4B are all coily hair. So coily hair is like a form of curly hair. Coily hair is like very, very, it's like curly hair, but much more tiny, like the coils. If you've seen black people's hair, like afros, you will see like how their hair goes up like a lot, and like little coils. You might think that's curly hair, and it is. It's like coil, but we call that coily. Now I'm gonna break down like what like I mean by that. So like basically there are two. Wavy and curly hair are a mix of two different things. Wavy hair is a mix of curly hair and straight hair. Basically, like wavy hair, it's not straight, it's not curly, it's like a mix. So it has like a little bit of wave, and it's also a bit straight. So you definitely need so like I'm telling you, you don't just have curly hair, you might have wavy hair too. So you need to be having a wavy hair routine. I would say for wavy hair, like just do every hair type needs leave-in conditioner. So if you have straight hair, curly hair, wavy hair, coily hair, doesn't matter, use leave-in conditioner because it's so good for your hair. Also, it doesn't matter what kind of hair type you have, always oil your hair before you wash it. If you don't like, only do that if you want really long hair. Another thing, do this once a week. Use rice water in your hair. That is like amazing for your hair because it's like it gives it nutrients and stuff. But yeah, if you want to know the kind of products that I use for my curly hair, by the way, it's straight now, so like that's why it doesn't look curly. I use Not Your Mother's. I think I use Marc Anthony. I use Marc Anthony. What else do I use? I use like a few other things. Oh, I use Tresemme. I know it says it's not great for your hair, but it's good for my hair. I use Aussie. That stuff is so good, so don't overcomplicate it. I also use Got To Be Curly, like their curly hair line. So yeah, those are all the products I use. And then to oil my hair, I just get a bunch of like, I also use Dippity Doo. That's also a hair care line for curly hair. I'm just trying to think what else I use. I also use Mixed Chicks hair stuff. And then to oil my hair, I use castor oil, rice water, and rosemary oil. I mix those all together. I do at least like 1 ounce of each one to grow my hair. So yeah. Also, try to avoid using heat tools unless you're diffusing your hair if you have wavy or curly hair. Straight hair, I'm gonna break down like the different hair products you should use. Always shampoo twice, no matter what kind of hair type you have. Then condition once. Curly hair, and wavy hair, you need conditioner like maybe every other day. And then let's see. Straight hair, you don't need conditioner every day. So there's a straight hair routine, believe it or not. For straight hair, usually I would use dry shampoo, maybe a bit of hair oil on the ends, definitely leave-in conditioner, and maybe some hairspray. That's all you need. Then for wavy hair, I would say use like a mousse. Yeah, definitely use a mousse. Use leave-in conditioner, bit of oil, and I guess definitely use like, I already said mousse, so we're not, I don't know actually. Definitely use hairspray or like a detangling spray. Definitely also like use a curl cream. I know like curl creams are for wavy or for curly and coily hair, but it's also good for wavy hair because it's like, it gives it like the hydration. You don't need a lot of products for wavy hair. You definitely need more for coily and curly hair. So for curly hair, that's like the wavy hair routine, by the way. Also uses a diffuser. For a straight hair routine, like blow dry it first, then straighten it. I know you already have straight hair, but just do it, believe me. I think for Oh wait, also in my oiling routine, I use coconut oil. I forgot to mention that. Coconut oil is great for your hair. And I promise you, I am not selling you anything. This is not an ad. These are just great products that I use. And yeah. So then for curly hair, I meant. Curly hair, you need a lot of products. You need leave-in conditioner for curly hair. You need curl cream. You need hairspray. You need maybe a bit of oil on the ends. What else do you need? You need more than like 3 products for curly hair. I would say, definitely a mousse. So, and I don't think you should, I mean, this is just what I do, but, I like to sometimes take a little bit of my hair mask, then like add that into my curly hair. Let me think about what else. Oh, and for curly hair, you always need a gel cast, so definitely use a gel cast, like hair gel too. Don't use a lot, use a little bit. What else? Probably also use I think I already said hairspray, but the tangling spray. Yeah. So use the tangling spray. Then okay, now it's time for coily hair. Coily hair, you don't need like tons of products. You need a little bit less than curly, but yeah. So, I mean, for coily hair, definitely use like a curl boost spray. I use that one from Dippity Doo. Use a curl cream maybe. Let's see what else. You don't really need, you might need a little bit more products for coily hair, but I think definitely leave-in conditioner. Leave-in conditioner is so good for your hair because it gives it hydration. You don't need a gel cast for, you don't need like a hair gel for coily hair. If you want to use it, you can. Actually, you know what? Yeah, definitely use a hair gel for coily hair. Use that if you're using like the bounce curl brush or if you just want a finger coil. Finger coiling is really just for curly hair, but if you have coily hair, you can do that too. What else? I think that's it for coily hair. Definitely use oil, a little bit of oil if you have coily hair, because it's good for your hair. And yeah, so those are all the things you need to do for your hair to grow. Definitely also, as I said, like oil your hair. Here's what I think you need to do. Take an ounce of each of these oils, add it into I know that girl that lady Tessa Pay online. She uses that oil thing that has those things at the end. I don't know what they're called, but I saw them online, and you should put your 1 ounce of each of these oils. I said in the beginning, so you need an ounce of coconut oil, an ounce of rosemary oil, an ounce of castor oil, an ounce of rosemary oil, an ounce of jojoba oil, and I think that's it. But yeah, you're supposed to use that. By the way, I'm on my hair growth journey. I'm starting this in 7th grade. I've started this in October. I'm doing each one. I think, you should try to stay away from heat tools because it's not good for your hair. Believe it or not, in 2nd grade, I had really long hair because I wouldn't use heat tools. I didn't dye it. I also brushed it every day. And sometimes I would add products in, like hair products. So that's why it would, be very long. So yeah, also, if you have curly hair or coily hair, please don't brush it every day. For straight and wavy hair, definitely brush it every day, because wavy hair, it's not gonna poof up. I always thought that my hair was wavy and it was just really poofy, or I had straight hair and it was, and that's what straight hair looks like, but that's not what straight hair looks like. I'm telling you, it's not. So yeah, that is everything on how to grow your hair. I'm not selling you anything. I'm just saying the products are great. I hope you find this video. I will link hair growth stuff videos. So yeah, most videos are going to try to sell you something. I'm not, for an ad, I'm not selling anything. So I hope that you have a good time trying this. Please try to stay away from heat tools for at least a year. So yeah, that is everything on how to grow your hair. Bye!